Yo, this how I make beats for like maajins, rex, that type. I'm play the full beat before I break it down, and then I'm gonna break down each sound and how I made everything. And yeah, this is the full beat. So yeah, that's the full beat, and I'm just gonna get into it by showing every sound. Went into technology and I grabbed these synth strings and laid this down. Pretty simple. And then I went into technology again, grabbed this pulsator, and this is how this sounds. Grab this, which is like a sequencer, and lay this down. This has more notes in between, but it's still like the same progression basically. Went into Electra, and I grabbed this and laid the same thing down. Went into Xenology, and I grabbed this polysynth, laid this down. And then the velocity is up for the first note. Went into Xenology, grabbed this bell, laid this down. Then lastly for the melody, went into Surge XT, grabbed this lead, and laid this down. And yeah, that's the full melody. So I'll go ahead and play that together. So yeah, nothing too crazy, obviously, just this main progression and just found sounds that I felt like worked well together when you layered them together. And I grabbed like polysynth, a bell, and a lead, and I really just laid basic kind of melodies on top of that. And then for this, the lead it's not like nothing too crazy, but it's not really basic. But it's still very like fairly simple to do. Just grab something that I felt like sounded well with everything else. And then for the drums, I'll just play all the drums together. So yeah, drums obviously like they're not too crazy. The 808 plays with the kick, so I'll play those together. Um, and they really just follow like the notes that are on that are in the scale, obviously. So I usually try to have my 808 be 9 bars, and then my anything else in the melody really. Sometimes I'll make a lead 9 bars also, but I keep those to about 5 bars. Um, and I'll just keep adding on sounds. So 808 kick and then the snare. This open hat is like it's out of Easy and Size kit, and it just plays like shorter, cuts itself off really. So I really like that open hat. And then there's this one, but it's kind of lower. Then there's these snares that I added, or this, yeah, these snares. And lastly, there's this Vox Dirt's kit, and that's pretty much it for the entire beat. Everything in the mixer channel is just my melodies are. I lower the low. I take the low end out to give space for the 808, and then mess around with the stereo separation to like determine how it's playing, if it's more wider or more in the middle. That's the best way I can explain that. Um, I boost the low end on the 808 a little teeny tiny bit, and then I might take away some of the, yeah, on the kick I'll take away some of the sub so it doesn't clash too heavily and like fuck up the audio. And then the master, I just have this. Sometimes I'll put a fresher on my beat, sometimes I won't. And then my soft clipper settings are this, and then sometimes again I'll put a compressor on the beat, but I did it for this one. And that's pretty much it for everything. A lot of my stuff is, well, this is more like, obviously with the drums and everything, is more like maajins inspiration, but it's still like my own shit. And that's the full beat. Yeah. Yeah, like, sub, all that, whatever. I'm gonna try to be doing tutorials as much as I can. I also drop beats every day. And yeah, that's it. I'll see y'all in the next one.